So, if you or someone you care about has been diagnosed with low vision, that first big question that hits is almost always, okay, so what now? Well, today we're going to answer that. We're laying out a clear, practical guide for navigating occupational therapy and, most importantly, for reclaiming your independence. I mean, it's a huge question, right? How do you navigate a world you can't fully see? A low vision diagnosis changes how you interact with just about everything. And it's totally, completely natural to feel a bit lost or uncertain. But that uncertainty, that's exactly what we're here to talk through. And look, here's the most important thing to hear right at the start. A diagnosis is not a dead end, not at all. I know it can feel overwhelming, but I promise you, there is a clear path forward. It's a path that's structured, it's supportive, and it's all about putting you back in the driver's seat. So, first things first, let's make sure we're all on the same page. What exactly is low vision? Well, it's a visual impairment that the usual things, like glasses, contacts, or even surgery, can't fully correct. And here's the critical part. It gets in the way of daily life, things like reading, driving, or just recognizing a friend's face across the room. Okay, so if there's a path forward, you're probably going to want a guide, right? Well, that guide is an occupational therapist, or OT. You can think of them as the architect of your new approach to everyday life. And partner is absolutely the key word here. An OT isn't just going to hand you a list of instructions and send you on your way. No, they work with you. It's a collaboration, all about figuring out how to use the vision you do have to live the life you want to live. It's a really empowering relationship. This is something a lot of people get mixed up about, so let's clear it up. Think of it like this. Your optometrist is focused on the health of your eye. They give you the diagnosis. Your OT, on the other hand, helps you answer that now what question. They focus on the practical, real-world stuff, turning that medical diagnosis into a plan for your life. They're both on your team, just playing different, really important roles. All right, so you've found your guide, now what? Let's actually map out the journey. What really happens in those first appointments? It's probably not what you think, so let's pull back the curtain on that process. The whole thing is built completely around you. It all starts with an interview, not some kind of test. They just want to hear your story. Then, and this is huge, you set the goals. It's all about what you want to do again. Maybe it's cooking a favorite recipe or reading to your grandkids. And finally, the assessment is super practical. This three-step approach makes sure every single solution is tailored to your life, not just pulled from a generic checklist. And this quote, wow, it just captures the entire philosophy perfectly. It's such a powerful shift in mindset, isn't it? The goal isn't trying to fix your vision. That's the medical side of things. The goal is to maximize your life, to put all that energy into what you can change, which is your ability to live fully and on your own terms. So once your goals are defined, the focus shifts to the how. And this is the really cool part, where your OT starts to introduce a whole toolkit of practical solutions. We're talking new tools and new skills that can be absolute game changers. And the solutions are so varied and creative. We're talking about everything from high-powered magnifiers that help you read your mail to special lighting that makes your kitchen safer. It could be audio tools like a talking watch, or even simple but brilliant tricks like using high-contrast tape to mark the dials on your stove. The possibilities are honestly pretty amazing. And that's why this is so important to remember. There is no one-size-fits-all answer here. A fancy video magnifier might be perfect for one person, while for someone else, just learning a few new organizational skills is the big breakthrough. Your OT's expertise is in helping you build a personalized toolkit that actually fits your life and your goals. So when you combine that personalized toolkit with the right guidance, the result is so much more than just being able to get tasks done. It's a fundamental shift in your whole outlook because it puts control firmly back in your hands. If we boil this entire process down, if we strip away everything else, it all comes down to this one thing: regaining your independence. Every tool, every strategy, every single conversation with your OT is designed to get you back to living your life on your own terms. That's the core of everything. So here's the ultimate takeaway. Low vision occupational therapy is not a passive thing that happens to you. It is an active, empowering process that gives you the strategies and the confidence to take back control. It's all about adapting to a new way of seeing the world so you can keep doing the things that bring you joy. So, we've laid out the map, from that initial diagnosis to finding your guide to building that toolkit for independence. And any journey, as they say,
begins with a single step. So we'll just leave you with this question to think about. What is the first step on your path? Thanks so much for listening.